Hi YouTube. I wanted to do this video about my depression and where my depression comes and God kind of has came in and worked in my life with my depression. First off, I want to thank everybody for their prayers and their concerns. I've received a lot of encouragement through Scripture. People have been really good to me about sending emails to me. I've been going through depression since 1992. I keep saying 92, but it was actually 94. 94 was the year my friend passed away, and it was also the same year I was raped by her boyfriend. When I revealed that I had been raped, there was an investigation, but the conclusion of the investigation was that there was not enough evidence, so they dropped the case, and that really brought a lot of anger into my life. And just being saved in 1992, it brought a lot of anger, and a lot of anger towards God, and I questioned God, like, how can you let this happen? You knew this was going to happen. Why didn't you stop it? And it just I began to withdraw from people and close myself off to Him. I didn't see what God had wanted me to see through the situation. I can clearly see now that God was trying to get my attention and for me to lean on Him. But I continued to go to church, but my heart wasn't in it. God's brought more, allowed other things in my life to happen so that I could see that I needed Him. Back then I assumed you just had to ask Jesus Christ in your heart and come to church. Nobody told me I had to give my whole life to Him. Nobody told me I had to trust Him. They just told me, ask Jesus into your heart and have joy and peace, and that wasn't the case. So I just ended up, several times I ended up threatening suicide or attempting suicide, and not very many of you guys know what kind of year 2008 was for me. And it was a rough year, and I went through depression probably most of the year. There's probably, God was, in November, God led some people into my life that said that I need to lean on God and trust Him, and I thought, I am trusting God, but I really wasn't. I wasn't trusting God at all. I would say, I'd ask God to take the circumstances away from me, and then I would just end up depressed when He didn't. So I really wasn't trusting Him. I was trusting myself. I was going on it with my own strength, trying to solve my problems myself. And when I couldn't solve my own problems, I tried to attempt suicide, and it took a lot of special people, friends on YouTube, to guide me. And I honestly believe that what God's doing was putting these people in my life so that I could be where I'm at today. I mean, God hasn't taken away my depression fully, but now I have more understanding. He's going to go through those circumstances with me, I'm not going to have to go through it by myself. And this week has been an awful week for me. And it's been an awful week, and God's brought blessings and joy to my life. I've gone through some really bad financial difficulties the past few weeks, and got to the end of no groceries and was afraid that I wasn't going to have anything for my family, and that just threw me into more depression. And then the next day was like 2 people showed up on my porch with groceries. What I'm trying to say is, if you put your trust in Jesus, give him your finances and everything, and God's gonna make a way. This has been the biggest blessing of my life, is having friends that have showed me that I need to put my trust in Jesus.